everybody and welcome in. My name is Yolanda Roos. You're watching my channel. This is a channel of facilitated light, well-being, healing for the overall body, mind, and soul. The channel has messages that come out almost every day. It depends. I work a normal job. This is a channel that has timeless messages. When you see it, there'll be a message. It's a collective reading, but if you see it at a later time, then there's something that your guides or your angels, the divine, wants you to know. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle some cards. The messages come out. I don't direct them toward anything unless it's like a new moon or a full moon. So we're just going to see what the spirit guides and the angels want you to know as a collective on planet Earth. I don't think anybody else is watching this, but you know, you never know. So we've been going through a lot of stuff. Transitions, eclipses, planetary alignments. We've had major coronal bursts from the holes that are on the sun. It actually hit AI Atlas. It's hit us. So these ejections of the plasma, which is electromagnetic pulses and plasma and energy that comes through, it will pull the field that protects us. It will change the heating of the waters, the earth, the different things. So you're going to have a little bit crazy weather. We have earthquakes and we have tsunamis and cyclones and stuff. And it's very much because of the imbalance of energy that's coming in, because it heats up certain things. We're almost at the peak, was like in the summer, and it's supposed to be going down, but it's not going down yet. So I just think it's getting a true maximum. This happens about every 120 years. We had one back in the 1900s, the early 1900s. The telegraphs were going crazy. The lights were coming on without any energy going through them. So that is why you have seen a lot of this on TV. They're going to show YouTube. There's a Stefan Burns. He is a geologist type of person, and he does all the stuff. Plus, he does astrology, planetary alignments and things, because he says the same thing that I believe. Like, those alignments pull on things. They cause shifts and stuff like that. So be careful with propaganda on the TV. Sometimes they like to create fear or pretend that things aren't here, but be very careful. Watch the news. Watch the different patterns that are going on. What I would say is make sure you're hydrated. Make sure you're grounded. You are getting some sleep if you can, because these pulses that come through, they can affect your sleep. They can give you headaches. They kind of will dehydrate you without you even realizing it, like spending a whole day in the sun. But you can be in your house, and it's just because it's waves, it's energy. It's like there's already energy that comes to Earth. The Earth has its own resonance. I think it's called the Schumann resonance, and it's like the heartbeat of the Earth itself, because it's got its own energy field. So what I would say is be very careful with expending your energy to a point that makes you fatigued. So if you deal with anything autoimmune, diabetes, heart, anxieties, things that would be triggered by amping you up, that's what you have to be careful for, because you're going to feel the effects more than people that do not have those problems, because you're more susceptible with this energy going through you to stimulate things that normally wouldn't be stimulated. So there might be a group of you that's watching that just needs to know that, to be aware, keeping yourself protected, keeping yourself safe. And I say that with, you could use grounding for the earth. You could use grounding with crystals. You could keep yourself hydrated. You could go where there's water and get yourself grounded, making sure you're resting. Okay, so that's just a message. I don't know where that came from. It's just, I started talking and that's how I read. I read energy. So somebody needs to hear it, that you're not crazy. It's going to level out, but this energy is very, very volatile. It's very strong and very powerful. So let's see what kind of messages and energy wants to come through. First card out, we have Six of Pentacles in the reverse. This is the card normally. And Six of Pentacles talks about a balance of give and take. So this can be in many ways. The first thing I was seeing is that what we were talking about. There's an imbalance of energy coming in. So somebody's going to be more drained. Somebody's going to be more exhilarated. Some people are going to get amped up, and some people are going to be like, oh, I just need a nap. Like, I'm tired. So just be aware of that. This is also in your financial security. This could be somebody giving more and somebody taking more, that it's imbalanced right now. So be careful with your spending, or you're in a spot where you have more and maybe you need to help. You're going to be asked to help somebody, or you are in lack and you are going to have to ask or be that person that has to take and can't always give back right away. So it might be in a time where somebody's in balance, because there's two collectives. When I read for the collective, there's somebody giving, someone receiving. So you could be one or the other. So take the message on how it resonates in your life. You'll know for sure. And also being said, this is a collective reading, so sometimes it's going to resonate with you and sometimes it is not. So don't, just take what fits. You'll know. And generally speaking, it usually does hit most people if you think about it and if you look at it and you take it in your context. It's energy. So I'm not going to tell you if you're going to have babies or be rich and famous. I'm going to tell you the energy that's around you that could be affecting you to give you an understanding. So right now we got a little imbalance. You're either super high or super low. And that could be your energy, your health, your money, your finances, life, jobs. You could be working too much. You could have trouble finding jobs. So right now that is the energy. There is a imbalance of what is supposed to be going on or what you would like to go on. Any other energies presenting themselves right now? Spirit guides, angels. I feel a little anxiety, so I feel like it's a little heavy. First card, 10 of Wands in the reverse. We are over exasperated, too much on our shoulders. We are either doing too much or we feel like everything is very heavy and there's a lot on our shoulders. The next card out is a Tower in reverse, which means you're avoiding something that could be disastrous. It could be, you could have been on a path and you were just like, I'm good, I don't want to change, and then you realize, oh, maybe I do need to change. Maybe you came to the light, you saw something, you understood something, you didn't fight something, you kind of said, oh yeah, I think there's an imbalance, I'm taking on too much, I think I'm going to do this or take this away. This is the energy I'm feeling. So either you're going to make a decision because there's an imbalance in your life, which is causing you to feel overwhelmed. And with it, I feel like Six of Cups, that's from your past. I feel like this is something you're going to avoid because you're going to realize, or you're going to see, say maybe you get this video and you're like, yeah, maybe I've been working too much. Maybe I've been doing this, maybe I've been overtaxing or I've been giving too much. That's another thing too. Goes both ways, remember. So your last card out is your Six of Cups, and Six of Cups is like people from your past nostalgia, what you used to do. This could be people coming back in. In the reverse means you're remembering things in a different way. Like you thought it was one way, and then when you really think about it, or you remember, or you can put yourself in the adult context versus, say, the child or the younger context, you're going to see it or understand it in a different way. But this is upright. So this is memories, things from your past, people from your past, your family, things you wanted to do, things of that nature. So I feel like maybe something's going to come in that's going, because you had the Six of Pentacles as one energy, and that is an imbalance. And then you had being overstressed, avoiding a tower moment, and Six of Cups, your past or your memories or things when you were younger. So I feel like something is coming to the light that you're realizing, that you're adjusting, fixing, seeing, or you're seeing that you don't want to keep doing what you've done in the past, or past people are trying to come back in, and it's going to be your choice to go with it or avoid it. And I think that you're avoiding something from falling apart because either someone from your past come in, a memory from the past, an understanding of a lesson or something that you had, is what I'm feeling, is coming back into your mind. Like, oh, I don't want to go down that path. I've been there before, and you kind of forget because maybe it's been a while, and then either someone from your past comes in and makes you realize, or somebody comes in from your past and says something, and they just make a comment. Like, I feel like it's an energy of like, oh, well, you used to do this, and you're like, oh, yeah, I guess I did. Like, I forgot. Or you used to like to do this, or why are you working so much? Before you used to have more time, or wow, you used to work all the time. And then you remember, oh yeah, when I started working all the time, I couldn't see my friends, I couldn't see my family or whatever. And maybe something has jogged your memory of something that you did in the past, or something that was from the past. Maybe someone's come in and said, oh, well, you used to do this. And maybe you're like, yeah, but I don't want to do that no more. I want something different. Because of this imbalance, maybe it's overdoing something or going into old patterns of what you used to do. One more energy to come in. One more energy to come in, please. Okay, let's see. I think we got two things here. Oh, yeah. Got a couple cards. Sorry about that. And this one came over here, so we're going to let that one stay over there. So this might go with the Six of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Sadness, yeah. There was something you dealt with in the past that created sadness, and it caused a mishap. It caused something to be out of balance. Like maybe you lost somebody, you lost your home, you lost a person, something ended and it made you sad. And either it took away or it added that something happened and somebody else had to lean on you, or you were the person that got left and something had to come in and take care of you. And I feel that that's a past energy. But then you have this energy now that's coming in, and it's feeling overburdened. You have memories from your past, but there's something you've done that has avoided a total tower moment. Like you were going on a path and somehow, whether somebody from the past or you realized family or something hit and made you realize that you needed to make some changes. And it helped you to avoid what could possibly have been disastrous, or back to this Five of Cups energy, something you would lose, or you would just whatever, And sometimes when we have disasters and we have things, I've done it, we overwork, overfill, so we don't have to feel what's going on, or we don't know how to process it, so we just keep ourselves busy. We go to work, we get involved, we don't know how to deal with certain things in our life. And I don't know about you, but me, I do. I have to be careful. I always say, oh, if I don't know what to do, I'm just going to keep myself busy, and then it'll process in its own time and it'll come through. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, you're just avoiding it, Lonnie. You need to deal with it. You need to understand it. But sometimes it's too hard. And I get it. Sometimes the thing you're dealing with is just too much. So you try to just keep yourself distracted. When my father passed away, I was probably in my 20s, mid-20s. I'd had my third child. And I think when he passed, I dove into work. I mean, it affected my relationship with my husband a little bit. It affected my life. It was a piece of me that was gone. And like people would say to me, oh, how long does it take to get over it? Listen, when you lose somebody, you are never getting over it. If you love them, you learn to live without them. Like they've moved away and you can't see them because you know that they're there. You can talk to them, but it doesn't go away. It just gets a little easier to live without them because there'll be smells, there'll be sounds, there'll be music, there'll be, a memory. The cups will come up and you will feel it. And there's one song for sure. If I hear the song, I don't listen. Sometimes when I'm a little overwhelmed, I won't listen to it because it actually makes me get emotional. So I think that sometimes we just, with the sadness, there may have been something that got you upset or a trauma, and you dove into something and took as much in because you were trying to cover something, whether it be working, and addictions, getting involved in clubs or things to keep you distracted. And I think you may have realized what you were doing, and what happened is you avoided your whole world crumbling, because if you push yourself too much, you're going to lose something along the way. Yourself, your sanity, your health, whatever. And I think something from your past or something you realized you were doing it again, or you saw a pattern like, oh, okay, and listen, we do things because we're in survival mode sometimes, and it's okay. But when we realize it, acknowledge it and try to fix it. Try to make it better. Been there, done that. I've had to go, oh, I did it again, you know? Like I was just trying to cope, or I didn't want to deal with it, so I just avoided it. Kind of like, I don't want to make a decision, so I'll just let the decision make itself. Well, that's not always good, because then it might not really be what you need to do or what you want. So that's a side note. The last energies coming out, we have Queen of Wands in reverse. She's about nurturing, growing, making things. Seven of Cups. I didn't even make this up. It's one of those things, like sometimes I'm talking and I feel the energy coming in. And this card is Seven of Cups in reverse, is all these choices and you don't know what to do. There's too many choices, or there's choices and you don't know which one you want. So I feel like there's a little bit of a stagnant energy, and now you've got these choices and you don't know what to do, because I don't really know if you know what you want to do in general. So it's very hard to make a decision when you're not really sure where you're going, because you were kind of in a non-productive time, because I think we just came out of that from the summer. I don't know about you, but in most people I talk to, they're like, man, I just couldn't get into things, or I couldn't, I was off. Like it wasn't like you were sick, you weren't exhausted, you just like, no, I don't know what I want to do, or you just kind of were going through the motions, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, you keep going. But like, I think it was like there's this period, and now you've been in this period, and there's these decisions or choices, or the new energies opening up. Like we said, it's going from that quiet, let's fix the problems, let's remove the things we don't need, to this like, okay, now you got this, and this, what do you want to do? And you're like, I don't know what I want to do, you know. Don't even know where I'm at in my life right now. I'm just trying to, or people that are just trying to get back on the ground, and there's like opportunities or things coming in, and you're like, I think there's fear that like, I don't want to make the wrong decision. Which one's the right one? Because you know, do I want to disturb this peacefulness that I've got? I finally, like, maybe have gotten on my feet, or I finally have made a choice to try to put some smoother ground, and I feel like these opportunities or something's coming in that's making you like, oh no, like it sounds like a good opportunity, but I'm scared to death to rock the boat. Like I'm just getting back on top of what I need to do. And then you have the Fool in reverse, and that's being foolish, or a delay to a new start, or something's getting in the way. Like it's not, that's why I think you don't know what to do, because I think right now there's an energy that's here that's like, you don't want to make a decision because it might be the wrong one, or you might feel like, I don't have enough knowledge, and I feel a little, not stupid, I feel a little ignorant, or I'm not prepared, or I don't know what I want, or I don't know what I'm supposed to do, because I'm still trying to get out of the slump from before, and I'm kind of like, I want my direction to come. That's why when I talk about it, I was saying before, make sure you get all your stuff together, because this energy is coming in with like, whoosh, I'm here, let's do this. And if you're not back trying to do things because you were supposed to be looking at what needed to be taken care of, acknowledging it, now you have to figure out a plan of how you're going to put your life or your things, or what you're going to do to get rid of the things, or where you're going to go. Am I going to start school? Am I going to remove all the stuff out of my house? Am I going to remove friends, get a new job, whatever? And then this past month was, okay, now I know what I want to get rid of. I've made a plan of action. I'm supposed to be doing something about it, because we have to get something started with it, because the new energy that's presenting itself, I'm saying in the next month or two. I don't know if it's next month, because the universe has been very gentle with us. I mean, seriously, the cards are showing us that it's slowly moving us into this new energy, this new cycle. And it's not being quick right now. It's like, okay, I know everybody's been through a lot. We love you. Okay, now we need you to figure out, okay, now you know, what are you going to do about it? And then, okay, now you know what you're going to do this month. We'd like you to start a little bit. Start working on it, because next month we really need you to do it. We need you to go into it, because we have this new life, this new thing for you. And that's what I feel like by the end of the year, they're being gentle overall, because as a collective, we have been through hell and back, physically, mentally, on a planetary level with the planets and transitions, and our earth is rumbling and she's like spitting and sputtering, and we've had wars, and because all that energy, remember I said, we are all connected. So if the earth people are having a lot of tumultuous energy, the earth is going to respond, because we're all in the grid. We're all connected. So the earth is feeling the transition. We're feeling the transition. We're feeling all the pulls. Like when those planets go into alignment, the earth is like being squished and all this stuff. I'm sure if you were being squished, you'd feel a little like, let some stuff out, volcanoes, you got earthquakes, you got all this. And like the earth is like overheated right now. That's why it's making all these things to release all this extra energy. It's just doing its natural homeostasis thing. So I think what's happening is there's this energy of knowing there's stuff that's coming in, but like there's an ignorance to the newness that's coming in. And ignorance is not stupid. Ignorance is not knowing, not being aware, not having previous knowledge of something. It's not that you're stupid. I think it's that we are not used to this energy. We are not capable of understanding something that's totally new until we start experiencing it. So I think the universe, the energy, the alignments, everything is helping us to slowly go into where we need to be, because we're coming out of an old energy that's very heavy into this new freeing energy. And I don't think we know how to be free. This is new. So we're like in an energy, like we were so like in a box and do it this way, and you have a job for 40 years and you do this and you go here and you go to church and you do this and you do that. And now we're like, oh, just do what you want, wear what you want, be what you want, and we're like, really? But we don't know how to do it. It's new. It's like nobody's ever been able to really be as free. I mean, yes, we're controlled on some things. I'm not gonna I don't want to argue with people, but in most cases, we can dress how we want. We can present how we want. We can love who we want. We can live where we want. We can do any job, male, female, whatever. Everybody has access in our country. I don't know about other countries totally, but it's getting better. Like, we can be who we want to be. And I think that's new. And we're used to being told, oh, you need to be this. Or someone tells you, this is cool, this is not cool, this is what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to be this. And some people, like 25% of us were divergent the whole time. We didn't care. Look, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to do what I want. That's what my daughter used to say. I'm doing what I want. But the other 75% was like, okay, we do this. Oh, what are we supposed to do? Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'll try to be cool. Oh, I need a new phone. Okay, I'll buy a new phone. Like, they just were followers. They were people that wanted to go. And now the world's like, okay, just be what you want. And those followers are like, how do I know what's right? And everybody's in the universe is saying like, oh, just do what you want. Be authentic. And you're like, I don't know what authentic is. What am I? It's like a soul searching. So it's like, I hate to be facetious about it, but I'm just trying to put a lightness on it that we're all transitioning. We're all growing, and it's new. It's not that we're stupid. It's new. This energy is brand new to us on a planet. We're growing. We're learning as we mature, and this new energy is like, okay, you can be who you want to be now. Now you really have free choice, and sometimes it's safer to do what everybody says. You feel like you're in the niche, you're doing it right. And right now the earth is like, do what you want, live where you want, go on the planets, be a potato, love who you want, be who you want, have the job you want. If you want to be on YouTube, if you want to, work at a regular job, live where you want, live on the ocean, live in a box, who cares? Live in a bus, there's no like rules and regulations like there used to be. And I think at this point, like I'm saying, it's too freeing. Like people don't know, like, I don't know what to do. or you don't know where you fit. True authenticity is what we're working on in this channel. And to be authentic means you have to break down the things that you did because somebody made you feel like you had to do it. But you didn't think people were making you do it. You just went along with the crowd, or you just felt, oh, it's the norm. Sociology, we do what is the norm in our society based on what other people do, based on what the churches say, what the government says, what the media says, okay? So sociology can change depending on where you are, depending on what the rules and regulations, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. And right now, I think everything's acceptable. So be true to yourself, experiment, learn, do different things. I think that's what it is, because they've been coming up in the things. Try new things, get out there, excite yourself. I think we've become a little robotic because we've been stuck in our houses before, and we're just entering back into the world. We're trying to get the world woke back up. And in that process, it allowed people to really expand and say, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. And people are like, okay, not everybody's going to agree with what you're doing. But authenticity is you doing what turns you on. And I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about the passion, the fire. What makes you excited? What makes you happy? What makes you get up and want to go to work? I go to my job, and it's not a bad job, but I do not get up going, oh, I'm going to work, yay. But I need the job. I need the money. My goal is to work towards something that I love. And I think people are changing too. They're not just looking at the financial, I need to be a millionaire. No, I need this much money to live this life, and I want to do what I enjoy because I just put 30 years into something. Say if you're older like me, I just put 30 years into something, and I don't want to keep doing that. I want something new. I want to do something that I love. My house is maybe paid off or getting close. My kids are grown. This is for older people. You have a new chapter. Find something that maybe you always wanted to do. Dabble in different things. Take some different classes. Go and try different things if you can. Now, if you're younger, you're coming into what do I want to do? And my advice is, yes, you have to take care of your bills, your kids, your family, your life. But try to find something that if you want long-term advantages, that it's something you can go to jobs, work, environment that you can deal with, that it's okay, that you're all right going to work, you're happy going to work, you're happy doing the thing you're doing. I think it's going to make a difference. Bottom of the deck, we got the sun. Yeah, it's in reverse, which means abundance and happiness and joy is coming. I think it's the calibration time, getting back into the fold, understanding what we want, because what we wanted 10 even 5 years ago is not what we want right now. It is different. You might want the same thing, but most people that I talk to, we've gone into a change that's bringing us into a different era, a different trajectory. We are wanting something different because the energy that is presenting itself around us, remember this is a channel of energy, it's affecting us differently. It's giving us the chance to have the freedom that we probably have not had since we've been born. Okay? And it's kind of like freeing and a little scary at the same time, or like not knowing, like, okay, what am I going to do? And the economics and the world. My goal from my cards, which comes from my guides and stuff, is that I need to live day by day. I'm a planner. I like to know what's going to happen. And my guides, those lovely people that they are out there, oh, Yolanda, we want you to do this, we want you to do that, and we want you to live day by day. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then I'm like, this is harder than I thought. But then they kept making all the plans that I did not go through. And I said, okay, I get it. And then I go through to try to make plans, and then they didn't go through. I was like, oh, I'm trying. So each day it's getting easier because I just say, well, it doesn't matter what I plan. The universe and the life is not, it's just going to say, nope, we want you to rest today, or nope, that's not happening. So now I've done really good at just saying, okay, I'm going to make some plans, but if they don't happen, oh well, we'll just go with the flow. So I don't get my heart set on so many things. I just say, I'd like to go there, but we'll see. We'll see how it happens. All I know is in the fall, I'm going to see my son next year because he's getting married. And in the spring, I'm going to go someplace with a beach and warm water. I'd really like to go to Miami, but I will go any place that has a beach, water, and sunshine. I'm going to go. I just don't know when. So I said my goal is to save and to go on my little beach vacation. It doesn't have to be a specific time, a specific place. The universe will open it up for me when it's supposed to happen. And I don't think I'm doing holidays as much. I don't feel drawn to holidays like I used to. I don't know. Anybody else is like that? I mean, I like the holidays enough, but you know what was fun for me for holidays? Getting together and eating food. That was what holidays was the most important. Presents are cool, you know. But like I said, I just like the meals. Like I liked getting together and seeing everybody and getting dressed up, you know. It wasn't about the presents for me. I'm a weirdo though. I like to just eat food and hang out with people, and I miss conversation and a good meal together. Now we just have phones and people are texting each other while they're sitting there. It drives me crazy. Sorry, it is one of those things. So let's get our little messages and we will let you be. All right, what kind of finishing energy? Sacred breath, giving and receiving life, divine exchange. Yeah, that was part of your cards. Remember, Six of Pentacles. So I think that there is a giving and receiving that needs to happen between individuals right now. And I think that's what the energy is. And then we've got dissolve, release identity, merge with source. Yeah, this new thing that we are letting the divine open you up, break you open, remove the things maybe that have hindered you, blocked you, made you feel like you had to do a certain thing. And then we've got shadow work, forgiveness and unconditional love. Yeah, it's removing that stuff that has gotten in the way. And you know what? I'm not telling you to release it because what they did was right or wrong. It doesn't matter. You need to release it so you can find the fullness of life without this thing like dragging on you, hurting you, being there. You need to be a part of life, give out your energy, receive the energy, connect with the divine, break yourself open and heal yourself. Letting go of those things or those thoughts that you needed to be something and say, I don't give a crap. I'm going to be who I'm going to be. I'm going to be happiness, guidance, protection, lessons. Yeah. There's things that we have been through and we've learned. Now let's put them into action and start living a life that is for us. Living a life of authenticity. Living a life that brings us joy. A life that doesn't hinder us any more than it has to. Okay, there's going to be things you have to deal with. But in most cases, living a life that's going to give you peace, happiness, abundance, and joy. And sometimes that's removing the crap that keeps wanting to take it away from you. And I'm sorry, you don't need toxic people. You don't need people. You need people to come alongside of you and make you happy. People that are going to lift you up. People that are going to hold you when you're hurting. Okay, you don't need people that are going to stab you in the back. People are going to talk about you. People are going to tell you, oh, you'll just always be this. No, you want people to say, listen, you can do it. I have faith in you. Let's do this together. Let's make a plan of action. Those are the people you need in your life right now. You're going through a transition. You're going into new energy. And you're going into a place that can be beautiful or it can be devastating. You have that choice. You're going to be on high frequency or you're going to be continuing to live in misery. Choose happiness. Happiness is a choice. It's how you look at things. It's your perspective. It's who you surround yourself, what you have to do. It's learning the lessons that the universe is giving you. It's dealing with the hardships and finding something in it that taught you or to grow from instead of feeling sorry for yourself. And I'm sorry, self-pity is good for a little while, but after a while you need to let it go. And you need to go and say, okay, what did I learn from this? I'm not going to let it happen. I'm going to learn the lesson and I'm going to surround myself with people that love me. And you know what? You're going to still find people that are jerks and people that are still going to hurt you, but you need to be open. And you need to move on and you need to see the flags instead of being desperate and needing people in your life to make you feel complete. Okay? That's the other thing. That's codependency. If you need another person to feel complete, you got work to do. You have self-work to do because other people don't make you complete. They add to your life. They add to your happiness. You need to love yourself and heal yourself and be okay with the whole person that you are. And when you can be whole and love yourself, you will pull in and you will be able to love the other people in your life. What last card do we have for a mantra for my beautiful collective that comes in to visit? I guess they don't want to give me a card. Let's see. We'll pull one this way. What do you have for the collective? What mantra would you like them to have and think on? Ooh, they might not want to talk to me. All right. Courageously advance. Yes, beautiful. I express myself courageously and gracefully while authentically exposing my truth. It allows for the most healing, growth, and freedom. I couldn't say it any better. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Living courageously, living true, authentically exposing the truth about who you are, what you want. As you grow, you heal, and you find your own freedom. Guys, my name is Yolanda Roos, and it was wonderful to have you here. Have a great day.